Oh, hello. Let me take your brain and hurt it. My name is Toby, this is Smash English, and here are 5 C1 Advanced keyword transformations that will make you and everyone you have ever loved cry. Our subject here is not watching Smash English, and prevented is a verb. So, we can put our verb, prevented, after our subject. So, this gives us not watching Smash English, prevented, your Cambridge exam. The verb prevent is transitive. That means it requires an object. So, what or who was prevented? You were prevented. This means we need to put the object pronoun you after the verb prevented. This gives us not watching Smash English prevented you your Cambridge exam. Next, with the verb prevent, we need a preposition. What preposition do we need with prevent? From. So now we have not watching Smash English prevented you from your Cambridge exam. And finally, did you know that from is a preposition? Well, of course you did, because I literally just told you 2 seconds ago. But did you also know that after prepositions, we always need an object or a verb in the ing form? So the question is, not watching Smash English prevented you from doing what? Passing. So this gives us not watching Smash English prevented you from passing your Cambridge exam. And there we go. That's the answer. Brilliant. Yes. So then, we have if in our first clause, and in our second clause, we have would plus have plus a past participle. When we use would plus have plus the past participle, we are talking about an unreal past. And we know this is the case in our second clause because this person did pass their exam, right? So, this means that we need to create a third conditional. Yeah? Because third conditionals talk about unreal pasts, and our second clause here is the second clause of the third conditional. Well, no, because our key word is was, and the first clause of a third conditional should be the past perfect. But there is no way for us to use was in a past perfect form, and oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Well, don't worry, relax. Maybe instead our first clause should be a second conditional. So we're using the second conditional to talk about an unreal present state, and the third conditional to talk about the results of that unreal present state in the past. And if we're doing that, then was is possible. Because the first clause of a second conditional is the past simple. Yeah? Yes! So then, we know that Toby has lots of talent, right? That's obvious. So, we want to talk about the unreal present state, that Toby does not have so much talent. This gives us if Toby did not have so much talent, but we can't do that because our key word is was, and we cannot use was in this phrase. This means that we need to take the word talent and create the adjective, and the adjective of talent is talented. So we could say if Toby was not talented, but I don't think that is right, simply because I don't think it matches with our original sentence. Remember, we need to include the fact that Toby has an immense talent. So what about if Toby wasn't so immensely talented? Now we are transforming the adjective immense into the adverb immensely to describe the adjective talented. Oh, that was complicated, but did you manage to do it? One thing that you may have done is said, if Toby wasn't so talented. And yeah, it's fine, but you're changing the meaning a little bit. Remember, our second sentence should be basically the same as the first in terms of meaning. So if you can minimize any differences, then that's a good thing to do. Yeah? Yes. Oh yeah, and if you want to learn all about mixed conditionals, then I've got a video all about mixed conditionals right here. Watch it after this video, and then watch all of my other videos, please. This one is simple, if you know the idiom. If you don't know the idiom, then... sorry. We just need to find another way of saying didn't know what, using the word clue. Another way of saying I don't know is I don't have a clue. Our original sentence is in the past simple though, so I did not know becomes I did not have a clue. And then we just add what. I did not have a clue what to do, and that's the answer. Yeah, this is one of those horrible exercises where if you don't know the idiom, then there's not a lot you can do, and I'm really sorry. But that is why you should watch videos like this one here, to learn all the idioms that you might need for the C1 Advanced exam. Toby's got your back, bro. Or sister. Yeah. So then, our original sentence is expressing a regret. And I know this because there is the word regret. We can use if only to express regret when it is paired with the past perfect. So, let's put the past perfect in there now. If only I had. Well, now we just need a past participle, but our keyword is up. So this suggests that we need to think of a phrasal verb, and this phrasal verb must mean the opposite of spending all of my money. So can you think of a phrasal verb that means the opposite of spending all of my money with the preposition up? Save up. Now, after had in the past perfect, we need a past participle. That means we need to say saved and not save. So this gives us if only I had saved up for a pet giraffe. And yeah, had I saved up for a pet giraffe, he would be my best friend today. There's another mixed conditional for you. Yeah. So, having is a gerund. As you know, because you are a genius, we can put gerunds after prepositions, and our first word is having. So maybe we could say in having. Maybe? No, I don't think that's right. We need to express the idea that this person spent years studying. However, they failed anyway. Probably because they weren't subscribed to Smash English. Am I right? We need a concessive clause, and we can build a successive clause with in. Do you know the expression with in that we use to build a concessive clause? In spite of. Yeah, so we have in spite of. After in spite of, we need an object or a gerund, and luckily for us, our keyword is a gerund. This gives us in spite of having. Now, here, having is an auxiliary verb. It forms part of the present perfect. In spite of having plus past participle. So, in spite of having done what? What did this person do but fail regardless? Well, they studied. So this gives us in spite of having studied. Yes, and we're basically done. We just need to include the time period now because our original sentence says I spent years. So, in spite of having studied 4 years. And there we go. We're done. Did you get it right? Tell me in the comments. Please. Because it helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and then more people will watch my video and say, wow, this guy's really cool. That's definitely what people think when they see this face. Oh, yes, and there is another possible answer. You could also have said, in spite of having spent years studying, and that's okay too. Both answers are equally valid. So, if one group of you has said, in spite of having studied for years, and another group of you have said, in spite of having spent years studying, please don't fight. There's no need to fight over it. Let's spread love and not war. Both of them are okay. Yeah? Yes. And with that, we are finished. Those were 5 keyword transformations for the C1 Advanced Cambridge exam, and I hope that I haven't fried your brain. I hope you're still alive, and I hope you're thinking, actually, I didn't do as bad as I thought I was going to do. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. My name is Toby, and this was Smash English.